Hey y'all. So in less than 4 hours, we've been load shedded again. The electricity just came back. Just came back at 10. And come 2:15, they switched off again. So I'm kind of like sitting here thinking, is ESCOM on steroids? What are they on? Seriously, because this is no longer on. The schedule is becoming very erratic. Sometimes they switch off for 2 hours, sometimes for 4 hours, sometimes almost 5 hours, and then they give us lights for 4 hours, and then they switch off for another 4 hours. Like, no. Some of us are content creators, people. Maybe content creators need to come together and form a class action against ESCOM, because this is not on anymore. I'm surprised that South Africans haven't gotten to that point yet where we are using our constitutional rights, because having electricity is a human rights issue. Having power is a human rights issue. So why haven't we come together and formed a class action against ESCOM for real now? Because this is becoming ridiculous, honestly speaking. Gosh, I don't know, because today I was supposed to go live. I was supposed to go live yesterday, the 10th of December, which was the Saturday, because I go live on Tuesdays and Saturdays. So of course I could not go live yesterday because I came back late, and I was also preparing to welcome our American friends, and I kind of like forgot also to create a thumbnail and schedule the live for 8:30 in the evening. I guess I was also a little bit exhausted. Why am I talking like this? So I was a little bit exhausted as well, so I thought maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Now it's gone past 2, and usually I put out my schedule at 2 for 8:30. So now you guys, my clan members, are going to get a late notification, unfortunately, because I'm hoping that the lights will be back by 4:15, not 6 o'clock. I bet it's going to be 6 o'clock, or 6:15, or 6:30 p.m., having been switched off at 2, right on the dot at 2. I'm so frustrated by load shedding, people. I really am. And one can't get used to this thing at all. At all. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I can't get used to it. Every time the lights go out, I get frustrated. Yeah, nah. So let's not dwell on the negative. Let's be a little bit positive, because as you guys know, with this Vlogmas, I'm sorry to be laying in bed like this. This is the best lighting I have. As you guys know, I don't have ring lights, and the clouds outside keep going. That's why you see my my lighting kind of like turns dark and then goes back to brightness. Using natural light sometimes can be a pain. I just realized that if I ever want to use natural, oh gosh, these kids, if I ever want to go live, not live, man, you see I'm getting disturbed by the noise outside. Oh my gosh, yo, being a content creator. So I realized that the best time to film in front of natural light is around 4 p.m. So around 4 p.m. is the best time to get the best lighting. I think as well around this time too is also good, but I think you're going to have too much exposure, and maybe it's not going to look good. I don't know how this looks, but it's around 2 p.m. In fact, it's now going to 3. So at 4, I think it's the best time to use natural light. I think as well, if you film in the morning time, to use natural light around 11. I think 11, between 10:30 and 11:30 is the best time to use natural light, so that you don't get too much exposure and also have a video that does not have good quality. So I should have started this at 4, but anyways, we are here now. So guys, we continue on the I'm so sorry. I'm a little frustrated, guys, by ESCOM. I really am. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry with the background noise. Hopefully in 2023, things will get better, because I am thinking of moving out of here. Since my apartment was broken into, I've been feeling rather unsafe, and it's not like it's an unsafe area, it is a safe area. It's just that as long as these druggies are still here, I will never get a peace of mind, and I hate not having peace in my life. Leaving for work every morning, I get paranoid, like, oh my goodness, are they going to break in again? When I come back from work, the first thing I do, I check all the windows if they're not broken into. I can't live like this. So I think it's time I found another place. The reason why I like it here is because it's so convenient. Everything is close by. Everything is close by. Malls are literally 2.5 minutes drive away by Uber. The ShopRite is literally a stone throw away from me. I have, including Gautrain bus is just across the road from me, and airport bus, which is Harambe, is also just across the road if I ever want to go to the airport. So everything is just around, just near me, and to think that I may have to move away from all this inconvenience, it's driving me crazy. It really is. So those are the thoughts that I'm having currently in my head. And I love kids. I do. Kids love me. But as a content creator, I cannot be having what's happening. Do you hear that? You heard that. I can't be having all that every time when I set up. You know, it's as if they are sent, these kids, on cue. The moment I press record, and that's when you start hearing them making noise. But all this time, they've been quiet. Like, there was peace. You would think they were at school or something. Now that I've set up, suddenly I'm having all this noise, and then ESCOM really frustrates me, people. So with this vlog today, I thought, yeah, we are still going to talk business. I'm sure after the lights come back on, the next segment is just going to be about, I don't know, maybe I can end this vlog right here rather than filming our business talk. I don't know. I'm just so demotivated by this whole ESCOM thing. I'm so sorry, guys, that you see my my toilet seat there. I'm just sitting the opposite end of the bed because that's how I laid when the lights went out. In fact, I was watching Jessica Claire home at Sim's wedding. I just watched Ndibuti and Pastor Bay at Sim's wedding videos. So then Jessica Claire's video was then recommended thereafter, and I was busy watching it when the lights went out. So it's crazy. It's so crazy. But in the morning, I did manage to watch all my other favorites like Tandim Zamo. I got to watch as well Gardening with Betty, doing grocery haul. I also got to watch. Where else did I got to watch? I watched several videos this morning while I was laying in bed. I can't remember, but there was just a number. Oh, I watched Sabelo, the creator, as well. In fact, I was finishing his video because when I was watching it last night, we were load shedded. I think I was right in the middle. So when I woke up this morning, we had lights. Then I kind of like continued from there. And who else did I watch? Okay, and then I was also watching Ghanaian YouTubers as well. I was watching Miss Trudy's video talking about how much she got for 1 million views, and the amount was so disappointing, to be honest. For 1 million views, getting $616 for that, it was understandable because you guys know when it comes to CPMs, in fact not CPM, when it comes to CPMs, yeah, I'm correct. When it comes to CPMs, there are many factors that plays a role. The main factor, I believe, is where in the world your viewers or your audience watched that particular video. So if you, for example, with her, she was watched over 60% from India. Indians were watching that particular video of hers where she got 1 million views. Probably the majority of that million, obviously, the majority of the million came from India. So you look at the Indian CPM is quite low because it is not a first world country. And then you also look at the demography, who has the buying power basically between men and women. That plays a factor. Then you look at other countries as well that were watching her video. She did mention that Kenya and other African countries were part of her audience, and then you have US, UK, Canada, and so on, but they made very, very minute minority that were watching that particular video. So hence the video made $616. I was like, wow. I think a 1 million view video here in South Africa, and if the majority of South Africans were watching it, I think it would have made somewhere around $1,500 to $2,000. That's just my opinion. Particularly speaking about, I think she was talking about her wedding preparations or something like that. So I think that particular video in South Africa and watched by South Africans, it would have made $1,500 to $2,000, because our CPM in South Africa is a little higher than other African countries. I think Algeria is number 1 highest CPM in Africa, followed by Egypt. Basically, your North African countries, they have the highest CPM in Africa. Then comes South Africa. I think South Africa is in the top 5 of highest CPMs on the African continent. So we are pretty lucky that we make extra money than all the other African countries. However, South African YouTube is nowhere near what Ghanaian, Kenyan, Nigerian YouTube is at currently, because those 3 countries, the YouTubers there, they earn huge amount of money. Yes, their CPMs are very low, but they compensate with views. Those Nigerians, Ghanaians, and Kenyans, they compensate with views, and that is why they make the type of money they are able to make. I think Watermeyer takes something like $95,000 a month. $95,000 a month. So you do your calculations there. People like Sam Speedy, I think he also takes about $102,000 a month. You look at both Dimma Emma, they take probably $55,000 a month, but their CPMs are pretty low. So South Africa, we got some work to do. We have high CPM, but we are as easy, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. As easy, we follow the typical uploading schedules. When in fact we're supposed to say are like we are uploading and we are busy. We're supposed to be busy. That is that is why YouTube in so many countries, especially if you like, I always benchmark YouTube with the first world countries. These are already rich countries. These kids and these guys, men and women that are making YouTube, it's not like they're coming from poor backgrounds. These are people coming from money, and they are treating the YouTube channels like business. In Zulu, they're like this. They are grinding, basically. Grinding, this is what you grind. Grinding, this is what grinding is. So that's exactly what they are doing. They are grinding, and they're making millions of US dollars from Google AdSense. Forget affiliate links, forget sponsors and brand deals, just from Google AdSense alone. So Nigerians, especially Nigerians, have kind of figured it out, like, grind, and then you would make that $1 million. Grind, and you will make that $100,000 a month. So we got work to do. We got work to do because if you look as well as the type of content that our African brothers and sisters are creating, I'm not saying don't create what you're creating. Please don't misconstrue me or misquote me out of context. But these guys, they are doing content that is relatable. Not exactly relatable, but it is like a universal type of content where an American can sort of watch and know what they are talking about as much as a German can watch, and the German doesn't understand English but can read German subtitles. Then they will know what this content is about and engage in the content by watching and liking and probably commenting in German and things like that. With us, we are very much within ourselves. We create content only as South African know about, especially entertainment. Again, please, I'm not coming for entertainment channels. All I'm saying is our content is pretty much us as opposed to global. You know what I mean? Same goes when we vlog as well. Our vlogging is very much, and not all vloggers in South Africa are doing this. They are vloggers, I think, who got the formula correct, and they are getting views coming through from all angles. I think Sabelo, the creator, has mastered that formula. Sitati, I think she also mastered that formula. You look at the Ngamas, they've mastered that formula as well. I think if they continue on that path, they will find themselves being watched a lot by the Northern Hemisphere, particularly the West viewers or audiences, and they will make far more money than what they are making right now. But they are making money, I believe. It might not be what they want, but they are making money, I believe, from those vlogs that they create. And I think the algorithm is also recognizing them and pushing their contents because they are getting views, they're getting subscribers, which is incredible. I love that. So I don't know. I think at the end of the day, it depends on an individual, what they are comfortable with. If you're comfortable with what you're creating, cool. I support you. But it will also be nice if we expanded and became the top tier in content creation in South Africa. Again, this video is not to offend anybody. If you're offended, then you misunderstood me completely. You totally misunderstood. It flew over your head what I'm trying to say. But I get that sometimes we get emotional when we watch instead of watching with comprehension and intelligence. Again, that's not to offend anybody. It's my experience most of the time, especially when I'm making a comment. My comment will be misconstrued or taken out of context, and I'm like, but I was clear. What was not clear about that comment? So that also resulted in me not commenting on YouTube videos anymore, because there are just these people who deliberately misunderstand you. And that is quite frustrating, because I don't know how to engage people who don't have comprehension. I'm not a teacher. I can't teach you that listening is a skill. Reading is great, but do you understand what you're reading? You know, read with comprehension. Don't read because you can read. You see the differences there. So I thought, you know what, let me stop commenting. Sometimes when I make a comment, I don't know if you've noticed, I would put a disclaimer, and I would say, this comment is meant for people who can read and understand. And I got tired of making that disclaimer every time I made a comment. So I stopped commenting. I would just watch a video. If I have a personal contact with the content creator, then I'll WhatsApp them and tell them what I think about the video. Of course, in most cases, it's positive comments, and then we end up having deeper conversations at a later stage. So yeah, guys, I think I have spoken enough. It's 28 minutes in, almost 29 minutes in. But that is what was on my mind while I'm lying here thinking, and these flies, about Eskom, wondering, are they on steroid? What's going on? Eskom, the way they're switching us off. Oh no, but anyways, thank you guys for your support always. I really do thank you for watching my videos, for liking the videos. Those that are subscribing, welcome to the clan. You are now officially clan members. We are a clan of entrepreneurs. We are a clan of YouTubers or content creators. We are a clan of money makers. We are a clan of friends. And we really do take care of each other on this in this community. And I love each and every one of you guys. Y'all know that. And then don't forget to click the bell notification once you've subscribed, so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. And also leave me a comment down below and let me know what's your experience with Eskom. You know, how do you feel about this whole thing? Do you think we should form a class action as content creators against them? Because seriously, and another one that we need to form a class action against is our malls that are saying we are not allowed to film. Based on what law? Because the constitution of this country allows us. We are content creators. Please go read section 16(1)(a) of our constitution. I'm talking the South African Constitution. Just go, you can even Google it. Section 16(1)(a), B, and C. you will see that you are protected by the constitution of this country. And if a mall manager or security asks you to turn off your camera, you show them that section of the constitution. And the constitution of South Africa is the supreme law. That means any other policy they try to slap you with, you tell them, sorry, the constitution invalidates that piece of rule or law of yours. I think as content creators in South Africa, we need to have a standing precedent so that we never get bothered by mall securities or anywhere else where we want to film, because we do have that right. We are content creators. We fall under artistic creativity or creation. That is our constitution. So we do have that constitutional right. So please do not be afraid to challenge them. And if they try you, open the constitution. You can tell them, I can Google it for you. Section 16, 1A, B, C. I think even D. It protects you. It's freedom of expression. And the freedom of expression is then subcategorized, what this means and what that is and how you are protected by that. Section 16 it's limited. Yes, it is subject to Section 36 of the Constitution, which is the limitation clause. However, for malls and other places to prohibit us or limit our right, they have to go to court. They have to go argue it in the constitutional court and say, hey, listen, please limit the access of content creators into our malls on the grounds of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think they will be granted that order by the Constitutional Court, because the Constitutional Court is there to protect South African citizens. It's there to protect those that are staying in South Africa, and because they are also protected by the same constitution, if I'm making any sense. So probably we need a class action so that they will stop bothering us. Otherwise, they need to go to court against us and get an order that we will know that we are not allowed to film in malls. It's ridiculous, honestly speaking. But anyways, that is all that I wanted to say. Goodbye.